Welcome to Financial Coffee Talk with Shane Amy and Shane Swearingen, your planning duo from Shane and Shane Financial.
Here on Coffee Talk with Shane and Shane Financial, Shane Swearingen, Shane Amy, your team and resource, ladies and gentlemen, for a common sense approach to planning. And today discussing the 6 core issues that every comprehensive plan must address. Now, there are a lot of topics, a lot of questions and concerns when we look at our money, look at our planning for our financial future. But these 6 core issues, gentlemen, are must address, and every plan needs to address these specifically to provide for lasting financial confidence. Shane Swearingen, we'll start with you. Give us an overview of these 6 core issues, if you would.
So really the main thing is you have to have an advisor. It starts with having the proper advisor to manage your situation. We have to have certain goals associated with that. And then we jump down and we have to have income taken care of. After income, it becomes, we have to make sure that we're managing appropriately all of your investments that you have out there. We have to hit taxes. We have to hit legacy planning and estate planning. So again, those are just kind of the main core things that every advisor should be touching upon. And if they're not, you're probably missing something out there.
And Shane, Amy, we want to have a goal-oriented plan that is aligned with our timeline and our horizon, and of course, that looks out for our best interest. Not every advisor does all of the things that Shane Swearingen just overviewed with this list of core issues. Can you talk about that advisor perspective and what differentiates certain advisors?
Yeah, no, great question. And you're right. No, that all advisors are not the same. All CPAs are not the same. All attorneys aren't the same. You have to be careful. You have to ask the right questions. We run into this constantly where, a client, their advisor is like an insurance agent, right? And so they don't have access to the investments, or maybe they've been trained in a way to where it's just insurance fits every single solution. And that's not good. You have annuity salesmen out there, all they want to do is, this annuity is going to be the greatest thing ever, and it can cover all your bases. And no matter what happens, it's the annuity. You've got stock and bond guys out there. Hey, no matter what, we want you invested like you're a 25-year-old, even if you're a 65-year-old. And so everything in balance, in my opinion, I kind of encourage people to sway away from, the big brokerage houses. They're going to tell you what you want to hear, and that's fine. But, not everybody out there is a fiduciary. Not everybody out there is independent. Not everybody out there puts their clients first. Some people, you've got a big box name, they got to put that name first. So you have to ask the right questions. You have to do your homework, and asking for referrals is fine. But honestly, who's going to give you a bad referral? And so, you've got to do your own due diligence. You've got to do your own homework. But common sense, honestly, is the best medicine here. So, if you catch somebody and all they're talking about is insurance, or all they're talking about is annuities, or all they're talking about is investments, and you don't have an overall plan, then your bells should be going off. Shane and I recommend all kinds of different things for all kinds of different people. Most people have similar problems, but how you go about solving them, completely different. So, if just be careful. Common sense, if it's a one size fits all, it's probably not your size. So, you need to have a multitude of different products to achieve the balance that most folks are looking for.
And Shane Swearingen, is there anything else that we need to consider to make sure that our source of advice is goal-oriented and aligned with our goals?
Yeah, Peter, just kind of hitting upon what Shane mentioned, it's hard for a big brokerage firm to service, thousands and thousands of clients. And, you get lost among the crowd is what Shane and I typically see when we're working with potential clients coming from that environment. And, Shane and I and the people that work with us, we have multiple sets of eyes on every case or every prospect that we're working with. And there's just not enough time in the day for some of these huge firms to work with, again, the thousands of people. So, we really put in the time as we're integrating and implementing customized plans for our clients. And that's probably the biggest differential between us and some of the big brokerage firms is, we are boutique, but we spend time and we are constantly changing and adapting our clients' plans. Things always are changing. We pride ourselves on trying to find, the next best investment strategy out there. We are not set it and forget it. So again, it's just, you have to be careful who you're working with, because a lot of those people, kind of take their hands off the wheel once they get you set up on a plan. So make sure that your goals are being paid attention to. You have to ask the right questions and, just stay on top of it.
Shane, Amy, we never want to feel like we are just a number. And one of the realities is that advisors retire too. A lot of people may have even had some kind of relationship, but then the advisor changes and then they're sort of lost without the real guidance that they were seeking.
Yep. Especially down here, in my neck of the woods here in Southwest Florida. I say it all the time, make sure your advisor does not have, 1 foot on the golf course and 1 foot in the office. And you have to be careful of that. That's how, honestly, we get the majority of our new clientele down here is because, either you're on some advisor's plan and it's his plan and it's her plan and it's not your plan. Or, you're just on a static plan as Mr. Swearingen had mentioned. And you have to be careful of that. And I mean, not to, well, yeah, whatever. If I'm 47 years old, Mr. Swearingen, he's like 37 years old. So we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Just be careful. Advisors do retire. But it's hard to tell. So you have to make sure that, that you're with the right people, you're aligned with the right folks. And if your advisor is 65 or 75 years old, they're just like you and they retire too. So, we'd be more than happy to talk to you about that.
Well, once again, every plan must address 6 core issues, lots of subcategories and topics underneath each one of these, but make sure that your plan is goal-oriented, that it addresses income, investments, taxes, healthcare, and legacy. And if you've got any questions about any of those issues or would like to put the plan together, maybe review and get a second opinion on your current plan, pick up the phone and give Shane and Shane Financial a call. You can visit online, shaneandshanefinancial.com or 888-300-3811, 888-300-3811, 888-300-3811. And always a pleasure to see you here on Coffee Talk, gentlemen. Thank you for another great edition.
Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it.
The information presented on this program is provided for informational purposes only, without warranty of accuracy, completeness, or suitability for a particular purpose. This program is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. This information is general in nature, not specific enough to be construed as advice. You should not make any decision based on the information presented on this program without independent consultation with an appropriately licensed professional or competent advisor. Investment in securities or the market involves a potential risk for loss of principal. Trading, therefore, may not be suitable for all listeners. Annuity guarantees are based solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing company. Withdrawals of growth from annuities may be taxable as ordinary income in the year it is taken. Individuals should review contracts for specific details of the product's features and costs. Early withdrawals may subject the owner to penalties, fees, or taxes.
Fee-based financial planning and investment advisory services are offered through Truvestments Capital, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.